Lahat ng drama, lahat ng tawanan, lahat ng iyong all-time hits. Ang tanging huntahan ng Masang Lamaw. Number 1 sa Mega Manila, nationwide pa. Broadcasting from TGON, TVH Group of Networks. Dito lang sa inyong iisang himpilan. You are listening to Cool FM. Live from Cool Studios. This is koolNews at 6.
Good evening, and this is koolNews at 6. I'm Cairo. Interior Secretary Benjamin Abaus Jr. on Saturday said that local authorities are now coordinating and working out the surrender of Wesley Guo, the brother of dismissed Balbon Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo, who are known as Guo Huaping. Wesley's legal counsel, attorney Stephen David, told reporters on Friday that his client had expressed his intention to surrender. He did not give additional details due to client and lawyer privileges. But in the media forum, Abaus said there is an ongoing team working on the matter. There is this ongoing team at inaayos na rin namin po yan ng DRLG, PNP, and the other camp, he said at the Saturday News Forum. Wesley was identified as the boyfriend of Cassandra Leong, an incorporator of Whirlwind Corporation, which leased land to Lucky Star 99, a Philippine offshore gaming operator that was raided in Pampanga last June. Wesley has a pending arrest order from the Senate for refusing to appear before the Committee on Women's hearing on July 10. House of Representatives Speaker for the Martin Romualdez Aldez said on Saturday that the lower chamber is committed to support communities that are clear of community insurgency by funding them and implementing development projects. We in the House of Representatives are fully committed to supporting the peace-building efforts in recently clear areas. To consolidate these gains, I will advocate for more infrastructure and barangay development projects, which are crucial for long-term stability, he said in a statement. Rest assured, I will explore legislative measures to support this objective and exert efforts to convince our local executives and join us for a whole-of-government approach in securing peace for our homeland, he added. He likewise expressed his gratitude to the soldiers for their hard work and sacrifices for the defense of our national sovereignty. On this occasion, we and the Filipino people extend our heartfelt gratitude to all of your sacrifices, the sacrifices you do to defend and assure our national sovereignty and security, he noted. Romualdez Aldez also shared that the Southern Luzon Command will receive additional funds for infrastructure projects, including an administrative building and other facilities. He also added that soldiers will get a more than 100% increase in daily subsistence allowance in 2025. The House leader assured the soldiers that the 15 billion peso fund required to implement the allowance increase will be included in the 2025 national budget. The Department of Education's failure to effectively implement the 5.6 billion pesos school feeding program is a disservice to the students from marginalized communities and a waste of public funds, the Alliance for Concerned Teachers said on Saturday. According to the observation of the Commission on Audit on the department's 5.6 billion peso funds for the school-based feeding program, some school division officers reported encountering unpleasant experiences under the program. It is evident how the previous debt administration under VP Sara's leadership mismanaged and underutilized billions of funds appropriated to the agency to implement its programs, including the school-based feeding programs, said ACT Chairperson Vladimir Cueto. This is clearly a disservice to our learners and marginalized communities who are already deprived of quality food and good nutrition due to the family's economic status. This is also a betrayal of service and waste of public funds, Cueto added. Based on the COA report, 21 SDOs reported delays and non-delivery of food products under the feeding program. Meanwhile, SDOs in Metro Manila, Central Luzon, and Northern Mindanao and Aurora received unsanitary packaging, questionable expiry dates, and press end molds on breads. COA's audit reveals a stretch of necklands with expired, moldy, and insect-infested food items being delivered to schools at a time when malnutrition is running at our most vulnerable learners, directly affecting their performance in schools, Guetua said. Guetua added that the former Education Secretary prioritized perpetuating state attacks and serving as mouthpiece of NTF outcock instead of giving due attention to education as agency head. COA recently asked the Education Department to return a 12.3 billion pesos budget in 2023 due to the agency's non-compliance with existing laws and regulations in implementing projects. The Philippine Coast Guard said it has ordered on Saturday morning the resumption of safe holding operations for all from sunken motor tanker Terra Nova off Limay, Bataan. Safe holding operations were suspended from September 2 to 6 as a precautionary measure from possible oil leaks that may be caused by strong current and unfavorable weather conditions. The safe holding operations has so far resulted in the recovery of around 280,000 liters of oily waste and transferred to a designated treatment facility in Marilao, Bulacan as of September 5. Four Chinese nationals who were allegedly kidnapped in Pasay City were found in Pantacas City in Pantacas Province on Friday, September 6. In a report on Saturday, the Region 4A police said a security guard found Wan Lan Lai, age 32, Wang Qinfang, age 23, Na Chang, age 31, and Chen Wei, no age was mentioned, along the bypass road in Barangay Balagtas around 3:45 a.m. According to the victims, they were abducted somewhere in Pasay City by an unidentified compatriots and boarded them into a vehicle. They were blindfolded, their hands were tied, and with duct tape on their mouth, but they were able to escape from their kidnappers later. The police did not provide other information about the victims, the details of the supposed abduction incident, and how they escaped from their abductors. The victims will be turned over to the Philippine National Police and a kidnapping group for proper disposition. The Manduque City government in Cebu has decided to take back two garbage trucks that were assigned to Barangay Guizao due to the failure of local officials to ensure efficient collection of garbage. Attorney Jamal James Kalipayan, the Manduque City administrator, said numerous complaints have reached City Hall on the presence of garbage in parts of the barangay that have remained uncollected for days or at least a week. Kalipayan said that he can also attest to the veracity of the complaints because his parents live in the barangay and were among those inconvenienced by the presence of uncollected garbage. Moreover, the Manduque City Environment and Natural Resources Offices has issued an environmental citation to local officials led by Barangay Captain Yesus Neri Sr. for causing and or permitting the disposal of mixed waste. This was contrary to the city's garbage segregation policy. Architecturist Arakali Param, the MCENRO head, said that her office has issued citations to the barangay because of its garbage problem. Balam said that the garbage problem in Guizhou is an old and recurring problem that started in 2018. She said that based on the local government code, it is the responsibility of the barangays to ensure efficient garbage collection within their respective jurisdictions. The city government, on the other hand, is tasked to ensure garbage collection in government, regional, and national offices and in government properties. Just recently, Kalipayan said that Acting Mayor Galen Verside has decided for the city to temporarily take over garbage collection duties in Barangay Guizhou because they are not seeing any improvements in the way that they handle waste segregation and collection. Nari said he will return the two garbage trucks to City Hall on Monday. He said that they are trying their best to collect garbage, but the volume is just too much for them. Also, there are undisciplined residents who continue to leave their trash on the streets even after the designated collection schedule. Making matters worse, they only have one operational truck for now. The two trucks that were given by the city government are currently unserviceable. Norris said that Guizio has 10 CTOs. The jurisdiction also includes the Pasilong Sub-Paradise, the city's transitory housing for the fire victims, and informal settlers that used to occupy the compound of the Cebu International Convention Center. He said there are also instances that business establishment would request for the collection of the garbage. Meanwhile, he denied allegations that they prioritize collection for those who pay the garbage collectors, who are job order employees of the city government. Kalipayan said that the city government gave two garbage trucks to each of the 27 barangays together with garbage collectors. He said he could not understand why Barangay Guiso would fail to ensure efficient garbage collection, something that the 26 other barangays have been able to do. Also, Guiso officials were already given more than enough time to improve their garbage collection system. Nori said the barangay will continue to collect garbage despite the lack in garbage trucks. He was even planning to borrow garbage trucks from some of his allied barangay captains. The Guiso barangay captain is not an ally of suspended Mandugi City Mayor Jonas Cortez. It is now 6:11 in the evening, and we will get into the headlines from around the world and showbiz happenings when we return here on koolNews at 6. You're listening to koolNews Access. Seemingly empty tourists and Romeo's fatigue returning to the Eternal City is to toss a coin into the Pervy Mountain and make a wish. Well, that is soon about to change. Well, actually, the result, hordes of visitors packing the Mercure Monument any given day, taking selfies and betting on the return trip. Well, once again, that is about to change, as officials are now considering a plan to manage tourism to one of Rome's most visited sites, a €2 or $2.55 ticket to access an open-air fountain that has always been a free of charge. The proposal by city's top tourism official, Alessandro Onorato, comes after the Italian lagoon city of Venice tested a controversial €5 day tripper access fee to the city this summer. It must be deliberated by the city council before it takes effect, but the city's mayor, Roberto Gualtieri, has already voiced support. €2 is more or less the same amount that people toss into the fountain to make a wish, Narato told the Associated Press Friday. Cities across the globe are grappling with how to manage the ever-growing number of tourists who fuel the economy but can create inconvenience to residents by converging on the safe top sites. We have to avoid, especially in a fragile art city like Rome, that too many tourists damage the tourist experience and damage the city. Onorato said, "We need to safeguard two things: that tourists don't experience chaos and that citizens can continue to live in the center." Onorato said he hopes to test the entrance fee, which would be managed through a reservation system and a QR code, in time for the 2025 Jubilee Holy Year and have the system operational by spring. Passersby in the plaza overlooking the fountain will not have to pay. The fee would be charged only to those entering the 9 stone steps leading up to the fountain's edge. It would be free to Romans. Onorato said the system would also help discourage people from eating on the steps overlooking the fountain and feeding patrons, or worse, from reenacting Anita Ekbert's plunge into the fountain in Fellini's La Dolce Vita, a frequently repeated offense that carries a fine. It would happen less, or maybe it wouldn't happen at all, because whoever would enter, we would know their names and where they live. It becomes more complicated, he said. And a Colombian court on Friday called for the hunting of hippos introduced to the country in the 1980s by drug kingpin Apollo Escobar. The Administrative Court of Cundinamarca set a 3-month deadline for the Ministry of Environment to issue a regulation that contemplates measures for the eradication of the species, which is affecting the area's ecological balance. In their homeland in Africa, the animals are responsible for more human deaths than almost any other animal, but in Colombia, the hippopotami have become love members of the local community and a tourist attraction. They have also been increasingly posing problems for the local community near Escobar's old ranch in Antioquia State, one that experts worry may soon turn deadly. After Escobar's death, hippos from his private zoo made their way into nature in an area of abundant vegetation and where there are no predators. There are now some 166 of the two-ton beast wandering freely. Attacks on fishermen have been reported on the Magdala River, and experts argue manatee populations could be threatened through animal rights activists and tourism workers oppose hippopotamus hunting. The court specified that measures to eliminate the hippos should include controlled hunting and sterilization. The Environmental Ministry had already announced last year plans to sterilize part of the population while canceling others as part of an effort to contain the growing number of hippos. The sterilizations have proceeded slowly while no cases of euthanasia have been carried out. Plans to move the animals to Mexico, India, or the Philippines have also floundered. Now let's get into the entertainment happenings, as broadcast journalist Karen Davila remarked that the arrest of dismissed Bob Montoya Mayor Alex Cubo showed how authorities confused fame and infamy after a photo of the latter, all smiling with local officials, went viral on social media. The TV talk show anchor took to X, formerly Twitter, on Friday, September 6 to share the viral photo of the former mayor with the local authorities and wrote, "When authorities confuse fame and infamy," and went on to quote, Senator Risa Hontiveros' statement about how Guo is not a celebrity, but a fugitive. Excuse me. In a separate tweet, the Villar again quoted Senator Hontiveros about how the public wants answers, not a for should, and went on to add her own remark: the bigger the crime, the bigger the star. One day, hopefully, it becomes the bigger the crime, the greater the indignation. Meanwhile, actress Sofia Andres reposted Senator Hontiveros' argument that Guo's arrest should not be treated as a social event, given that she is a fugitive involved with human trafficking and money laundering, among other illegal activities. In an interview, Guo tried to defend her light and cheerful mood upon her arrest, saying she felt safe in the presence of the Philippine officials. I confirm everything that Sex said, that I have a death threat and I asked them for help. I'm also happy that I saw them, she said. Ara Rivera warned against a fake Facebook account that uses his name and asked people, including the actor singer's friends, for money. Rivera informed his followers through his Instagram page on Friday, September 6, showing a screenshot of the fake account which features photos of him, his wife Gali de Belen, and their sons Julio and Joa Quinn. Mga kaibigan, hindi po ako ito. I do not have a Facebook account. They have been trying to scam people for money, he said. Please let them know that they have been exposed. Rivera said he learned about this after a scammer using the page sent a message to the actor singer's friend and asked for money. They directly messaged a friend of mine from Oslo, Norway in an effort to get money from them, but my friend immediately informed my wife, he stated. It's just unfortunate that people, especially mga kakabayan natin, will resort to this just to steal from fellow kakabayans who make an honest living, he lamented. Rivera is just one of the many celebrities whose identities were used by scammers to ask for money. Among those who recently became victims of such are Corina Sanchez, Max Collins, Roberta Camondong, and Marvin Agustin. Vic Soto looked elated as he got to bond his grandchildren, including Isaiah Timony, the newborn son of Oyo Soto, and Christine Hermosa. Vic's wife, actress TV host Pauline Luna, gave a glimpse of the family moment at their home through her Instagram stories on Friday, September 6. Hermosa appears to have already returned home 4 days after giving birth. Tie-dye with Timony and the girls, Luna captioned the post that shows Vic all smiles besides his daughter Tali and granddaughter Ondiria, who is carrying Timony. Vic was also seen posing for a photo with the rest of the family, naming Luna and her daughters Tali and Tia, Oyo, Hermosa, and the pair's children Kale, Andrea, Caleb, Marvic, and Victorio. Oyo also documented their hospital stay, showing their friends who visited, including celebrity couple Maine Mendoza and Orjo Altaite. Meanwhile, Hermosa gave a closer look at Isaiah via her Instagram page regarding the child as a testimony of God's goodness. Grateful for the gift of life, she said. And finally, American singer-actress Selena Gomez has joined the celebrity billionaire list at 32 years old, making her one of the world's youngest self-made tycoons. According to a report published by financial data and media company Bloomberg, Gomez now has an estimated net worth of $1.3 billion or 73.1 billion pesos. The publication noted that the vast bulk of her wealth originated from the success of her cosmetics business, which she established in 2019. Aside from her business venture, Gomez's stint as an actress and singer is also a noteworthy contributor to her 10-figure net worth, as well as her real estate portfolio and brand endorsements. Gomez currently stars in the mystery comedy drama series Only Murders in the Building, for which she earned $6 million, 337 million pesos each season. The show has been recently renewed for a fifth season. With 424 million followers, the Monte Carlo actress is also currently the #1 female and third overall most followed celebrity on Instagram, trailing behind football stars Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, which contributes to her paid social media presence. The Who Says singer joined fellow musicians Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Jay-Z, and Bruce Springsteen, among others, in the billionaire elite club. Gomez began her acting career as a child actress when she starred in the children's television series Bernie and Friends. She then rose to fame as a teen idol after landing a role as Alexa Rosso in the Disney Channel sitcom Wizards of Waverly Place. And that concludes Cool News at 6. As always, if you have any suggestions or feedback that you would like to share, you can get in touch with us at tvhthephilippines.news@gmail.com. Until then, I'm Caro. Coming up next, it's Mike Dulaga. And we'll see you later for more news headlines with Cool News Prime Time. Goodbye for now and good evening.